Whoops. Hello. We missed the starting soon screen. Oh dear. Hold on. Hello, hello. I'm Mahet. Um, Not on top of my game, apparently. We're just gonna do some super chill collecting. We've got a few days left before pre-patch, and then new things will happen. We will have endeavors, which I think is probably the most interesting right now. Um, I also didn't realize that the what am I saying here? The actual event, the pre-patch event, doesn't start till the week after. So mostly we're just gonna be figuring out endeavors. Um, just curious, but I think good. It was a little weird on the test realms because if you logged in late and the other people in the neighborhood had already completed the endeavor, it seemed really hard to get the currency. And I never really figured it out. But anyways, we're gonna hang around Bastion for a bit and see if we can get our gilded waiter pet. Just need some fruits. There we go. How many am I gonna need? Hey, Nomad. Your timing is right on. The dogs and I just laid down for snuggle time. Now it's Snuggle and Mahet stream time. Perfect. I gotta like change my stream, like my listed stream times, because I am always like, I'll just start early. like like every single time. Sunday especially, I think, like genuinely needs to change. But yeah, how are you doing? Pretty good, I guess, if you're snuggling doggos. Hard to complain about that. Um, I was looking at the page Wowhead has for the endeavors because like I said, I kind of missed them when they were on the PTR, broadly speaking. The rewards are really fun. Like a lot of them seem to be little like accessories. Did you get out in snowshoe? I haven't yet. There's still lots of snow. I think we got like a foot and a half maybe total. Um, but I didn't go out yesterday for anything but like groceries. Maybe tomorrow there will be time. It does not feel like Friday. As I say that, I'm like, is tomorrow really the weekend? That would be a great thing to do tomorrow, though. It seems like the snow's gonna stay at least another day or so. It's kind of hard to do on a weekday because by the time work is over, it's dark. So we'll get there. I don't know where this week went. Like, obviously, I knew it was Friday because Fridays are a day that I stream and I'm currently streaming, but like, yeah, that went by really fast. Where did it go? Our foster cat is starting yet another round of medication. Poor thing. She seems to be doing better, but it's kind of like, is it better enough? Is sort of what the problem is. Oh, every time I see the enchanting mats drop, I get excited. I think the pet itself would be blue, not purple text, but still. The trails that are near here for things like snowshoeing are pretty dangerous, honestly. I wouldn't want to go in low light. Some people do trail run, Like obviously not in the winter, but in the summer with headlamps and stuff, but it's treacherous. Okay. So my warlock done. That was attempt 166 for the Gilded Waiter. And we have 4 more characters, I think, that can grab the treasures that I've just got parked out here. I'm feeling very ready for some pre-patch, some endeavors. Presumably, the Horde and Alliance, well, I guess just every neighborhood gets a different endeavor is kind of how it works, right? So each of your houses will have access to different ones, which is cool. And yeah, the rewards look good. They're like a lot of mugs and just like little things that we don't have a lot of. Cups, plates, I don't know, tissue boxes. I don't really remember. I guess I could pull that up and really take a proper look once we've gone through all of our Gilded Waiter attempts. I should have just done this during Shadowlands. There's so many things to collect, though, that I did not want to. Like, this one seems extra bad. No, thank you. Alright, where am I? Oh, this character has the inky black potion on. Bastion kind of hurts my eyes. And I guess we need 2 Purians. I keep, like, asking myself before I start streaming, is today the day we go back into PvP? And I'm still kind of tired. I don't know if I have it in me. Alright, Silver Strongbox number 1.
That is locked.
I guess usually my work is like very slow in January, and that hasn't been true yet, so that's what's making things go by at such a weird pace. I just keep expecting everything to be like really dull, and then things are happening, throwing me right off. Oh, but I went to the Humane Society at lunch to get the new medication for the foster cat, and there was a mama cat and 3 kittens that had just come in. They're going to be up for adoption as soon as they're weaned, so I guess they'll go to a foster who specializes in kittens for a little while, and then they'll go up for adoption. They're so cute. They look like Cricket, my cat, who is usually not the one on screen. They look just like her. It's way too cute. I'm excited for the new race Haranier. I like their look, their background, and a close bond to nature. Yeah. And so much customization. I don't know what class I'm gonna make. I know Druid is the obvious choice, but I'm not sure if that's what I'll go with. Are you gonna make a Druid? It's a shame we have to wait another, like, full month before that is available. Yeah, I made a Druid on the test realm. Their forms are cool. I just don't play Druid that much, so maybe if I choose something I play more, I'll play the Haranier more. I'll make a Druid and a Rogue. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. I have no idea. I'm just drawing a blank. I'm probably a Druid, but that just seems so It's like, I think everybody wants to make a druid. Oh well. We'll see. I guess we'll get to try Devour Demon Hunter as of Tuesday. There's just like a little quest to unlock them, as far as I understand. Or maybe the quest is to unlock Void Elf Demon Hunters. And maybe a hunter. I really need more alts. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, which class do I have the least alts of already? I'll probably play around with the Devourer Demon Hunter. I need to delete alts. It's hard. I think I'm sort of at my limit with that. I've kind of gone back and forth so many times, deleting and then undeleting them, that I've got to, I think I have a decent sense for like which ones I really want to keep now. It's still too many. Where's the entrance? There we go. But they've changed the way that restored characters, or like deleted characters, are stored. So it used to be that you could delete them and kind of restore them anytime, and I think they've changed the rules there. Probably too many people were doing what I was doing and basically using the character deletion section as like a storage compartment. I like leveling. I'll level a tune, let it sit a year, and then delete it. Yeah. I have a shaman that's probably about to hit that fate. I just like felt like leveling a character. I don't have a lot of shamans, so she's, you know, I ran some time walking. I'm like oh, I didn't get a Purian, darn. Pretty sure she's not gonna make it. Happens all the time. The leveling is fun though. I'll be tempted to level a Demon Hunter to learn Devourer. Because on the test realm when I played it, I was like, well, this seems cool, but I don't really know what any of, like, I don't know what the priority buttons are. It's harder for me to get a feel for it if I didn't like level the character anyway. I don't know if I'll want a Void Elf one, though. Ugh. Have you seen the mount special? Oh, that wasn't mine. The mount special animation for the Lunar New Year mount is really cool. I keep forgetting what it's called, though. Oh yeah, I don't know. I guess there's something in a cave there. Where am I going? Same, I need to level a tune to learn how to play the class. Yeah, or even if I just haven't played something in a while, I'll level a new character before I can like feel comfy at it at max level again. Happens a lot with Discipline Priest. Where like I like it and I'm like, well, I'm gonna play Disc Priest. And I've sort of forgotten how. And that's not a good one to level from scratch. Because they don't do very much when they're low level. Alright, this is our last chance on this character. And nothing. That in some classes I think I'll just never get because all of their spell abilities look too similar. And the number of times I've tried to learn Feral Druid and just been like, well, all of your buttons are claws. They all look the same. I don't know which one's which. Can't wrap my head around it. Alright, 2 more characters through these Bastion treasures, and then we can move on to something else. Or maybe we'll get it. You never know. Anything's possible. Hello, MROs. How's it going? We're just doing some farming, waiting for pre-patch, you know. Alright. Where have I set my Hearthstone? I was doing some bag cleanup yesterday. I was trying to get rid of all of those like gunk covered things from Undermine. We got an improved launch screen for Midnight in beta. Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty nice. It's like a little weird. I know it's like the same theme as the War Within one. I don't dislike it enough to complain, but I'm not like excited by it. We're somewhere in the middle. I completely lost my train of thought. I had something else to say about that. I guess that'll be our launch screen as of Tuesday, though, right? I think the Dark Heart look wasn't exciting. Oh yeah, I'm glad they put something like in the middle. It's kind of what they did with the War Within, right? Like we had just like a earthen, kind of like shaman looking spear for a while, and then they changed it to Dornagal, which is kind of cool. I think I just missed some of the older formats. Although the Shadowlands one was like very subdued and I really liked it. The way the sky like was animated and the way that it was fracturing was really nice. Nothing. Oops. Yeah. Oh yeah, cleaning up my bags. And then the like wax that you get from the dirt piles, went and handed a bunch of those in. Did not realize that those give you resonance crystals, so that was nice. Not very many of them, but you know, there's lots of cosmetics to buy, so every little bit helps. So I think I'm pretty good on the bag cleanup now. I mean, this character was a remix character, so that doesn't really count, but where am I going? Oh, here. Nothing. Okay, that was attempt 178. We got one more character to suffer through this, and we will go, I don't know, run Uldaman or something. Whenever they updated the banks, I don't know, but all of mine are now a mess since I've come back. Oh yeah, when they changed the way the tabs work. Some of my characters I've reorganized their banks and others I haven't. It was a lot of work though. It's a lot of work. Yeah, especially on my like original Mahet character that I've had since vanilla. Like, you just threw everything in random tabs. Are you kidding? That one I have done because it was so bad. I had to reorganize it and it was unpleasant. I don't know if it has something to do with like the neighborhood I live in, but for ages I couldn't find grapefruit juice at the grocery store. I finally found it this week. So yummy. Very nice to finally have found it. As much as I very much appreciate the extra space, I also like compartmentalizing everything. Yeah. And it's just a bit more extra effort to do the tabs the way they are now. Like, you have to name them and you have to find an icon that matches, because it would be crazy not to have an icon that matches what's in the thing. And the icon selecting UI is kind of a nuisance, so that takes ages. I want some of these rugs. I know we have this pillow. But I want the rugs too. Maybe the scroll. The scroll's nice. Oops. I'm no longer on my druid, so that keybind does not put me into flight form. Oops. Because I've been flying around here trying to get this pet, I've been noticing mostly the rugs. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to figure out, I don't really know how to search for the new... There we go, Scorching Valor. I was saying the mount special for this is quite good. And then I didn't do anything with that information. Like, does fireworks at the end, which is pretty cool. I have that gene that makes me hypersensitive to grapefruit. It tastes revolting to me. Yeah. Is that the bitterness thing? So like all kind of bitter flavors taste extra, extra bad? I think my mom has that. Yeah, yeah. So like no Brussels sprouts. What else? Yeah. It's funny how that works. Like the cilantro thing. Where it tastes like soap for some people. I don't think it tastes like soap, but I definitely understand why people would think that it tastes like soap. I'm like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's not so far off.
The beasts of Bastion lack the discipline of the Kyrian. Perhaps you can rank a few.
You enjoy cilantro, yeah. It's pretty good. Nice and fresh. I shouldn't talk about food because I'm already kind of hungry. Fresh tastes good, but dried tastes like soup to me. I don't know if I've had it dried. That's interesting. What sort of dishes does it come dried with? Or on, rather? I probably have had it. Alright, that was our last one. And, you know, it's the last days of the expansion, so I think we have to farm some more purple silk shirt. Oh, soap. That makes sense. If it's harvested too early or too late, it gets the soapy smell taste. Yeah, it's definitely not hard to understand why people feel that way. Alright. So, while I really like just farming the chests in Razorfen, I'm also getting kind of tired of farming this pattern, so I've planted a different rogue at Uldaman so that I can, like, kind of get a change of scenery, for one, and I guess more chances at this thing. Let's see if I managed to sell anything, I guess, before we go back in there. The only, like, well, there's a few annoying things. The dungeon is just long, but also you have to run all the way out of the cave in order to, like, empty your bags. So I've got her Hearthstone set to Fuselage, the little town in the Badlands, but, you know, it's just a little bit extra work. A little bit of extra work, rather. These dwarven tents are starting to haunt me. I can't get the decor item because it's awarded as like the end of the unlocking Dark Iron Dwarves quest, and while I have that, I race change that character, and that seems to have broken the whole thing, unfortunately. So now every time I see one of those dwarven tents, I'm like, well, unless somebody responds to my bug report, I will never have that. Or, I mean, if I ever decide to dish out the $30 to race change them back to Alliance. I thought that those services got cheaper when they were on sale, but they're still kind of expensive. They were on sale recently, I guess around Christmas. I was like, okay, maybe I'll faction change her back and see if it works. You know, if it's gonna be like $7 or something, but it was not. It was still like 20. Race changing breaks a lot of stuff. They won't help you if it was a faction swap. Yeah, I think I meant to say faction and said race a couple times. But she was a Draenei, and now she is a Nightborn, I think? The character that would have unlocked that stuff. And I submitted a ticket. Other things have broken on that character before, and they've fixed it. Like when at some point I couldn't get to Zandalar, and then they just fixed that for me. I spent the morning in Storm Peaks begging and praying the WoW gods for Varagosa would spawn, but no show. Still, eh? That one is a stinker. I only got that one really recently. Like, really recently. Yeah, December 2nd. She was the last one. And, I was on a low population RP realm, war mode on, for a couple hours. I just like left the second monitor with her there. It is not fun. As an example, if you fully max out all of the tournament in Wrath and then faction change, you'll need to grind the entire thing again. Oof. Did that happen to you? That is really upsetting. That's one of the grinds that is on my list and at the bottom of my list. I still have a handful of things. I think I have most of the things from the tournament, but I hate doing those quests. Oof. Maybe we should go do some, though, now that you've brought it up. We'll do this for a little bit first, but maybe we'll get the recipe. And then I will have committed us to an Argent tournament grind. That would... I'm not sure which is worse. Back in Kata, I learned the hard way. That is really I'm speechless. I assume you just said, to hell with this, I'm not doing it again. Right? Like, that's insane. That's the sort of thing that I would be, like, submitting complaints about constantly. I'd be like, are you gonna fix this? Are you gonna fix this? Are you gonna fix this? I will say, if I took the time to skin everything in this dungeon, I would be making pretty decent gold. I just don't really like being in here. And I haven't figured out where all the chests spawn. There's a couple. And I found a couple of them, but not consistently. Yeah. There's a bunch of things where I'm like, I don't really understand why I faction changed that character. It's not necessary, has caused more problems than it's worth. It was very dumb. I've been asking Blizzard to fix an item model since Wrath. They addressed it once before Kata and made it worse. Oh no. Which item? That's really annoying. I want them to fix the way shoulder armor sits on, like, female night elves and nightborn. They're, like, weirdly rotated, like, open. The Claymore of Unholy Might from OG Nax. Interesting. Is that a two-hander? Yeah. Oh. Will it not show? Oh, Blade of Unholy Might, this one? Did they make it smaller than it's supposed to be? Because it looks kind of small. It's cool though. It's so nice that we can preview items that we can't use like that. Oh, that might be the reboot version from Wrath Nax. Yeah, if it's super old, it probably isn't. It doesn't show unless you have it. Yeah. Look at the classic version. Sec. Oh, I see. The old one is called Claymore. Oh, it glows. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That looks way better than the thing I just previewed. Interesting. So what's wrong with it? Did they like mess up the glow or the size or something else? Puts off a purple haze as you move, and yeah, I saw this skull on the hilt. That looked good. It'd be an excellent like undead warrior weapon. I just put the you know the month of the trading post that we had all like undead stuff. I bought a bunch of those weapons and I just mogged the two-handed sword to one of my characters, and it looks ridiculous. It's like a brick of cheese or something. It's so thick. The thing we have now just rusty all over. Yeah. Yeah, those don't look like the same thing at all. Nothing. Alright. Gonna hearth and we'll switch and do the other rogue for a couple rounds. The thing we have now looks like, oh yeah, looks like a rusty ore. I didn't see that you said rusty ore. That's my weapon, a brick of cheese. Here, I'll show you the one that I'm talking about. Warrior. Oh yeah, these guys. Like, they look cool in the thumbnail, and they're fine from the side. There's 2 of them. But look at, like, from the front, what is happening? Why is it so thick? That's not a sword. Like, it's, I don't know. I feel like a lot of proportions have not gone correctly. Stinky cheese for extra attack power. Nice blue cheese. Side note, I also want this wallpaper for my house. The goblins have so many, like, weird fruit-based wallpapers. We're gonna have to have them. Alright. Razorfen. I like my low fantasy stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind some of those really over-the-top ones. I just don't understand why they made that so thick. Yeah. I don't mind using the really crazy stuff on a caster, like a mage or a priest or something. Like, those ones can be really wild. I guess it kind of depends on the character, because like on a Draenei hunter, I would go for a crazy weapon. But on like an elf hunter, probably not. Alright, away we go. And of course, this character just has her broken scissors for daggers, which is my favorite thing. If it's magic, if it makes sense, yeah, exactly. Or like the Draenei are aliens, so like their weapons can look like whatever they want them to look like. It's kind of similar. But if you're just a warrior, probably shouldn't go too over the top. I get it. That's actually, I dislike most of the daggers in the game, which is why my rogue is using broken scissors, because they're just like very like small and unfussy. Yeah, because like these ones are almost cool, but the shape is wrong. I don't know why they did this. And like, what is, I don't know, that looks like a gun. I mean, I guess it's a goblin weapon, so it's probably supposed to look like a gun. That's okay. Yeah, like these guys, the sort of Ulduar stuff, not for me. These are, yeah, these ones especially are just like way too big. Is that a Mir Drasil, I guess? Yeah. Eh. This one's like a crystal? I guess that's a caster dagger. I think the Tiger Fang dagger from Classic looks like a bayonet. Yeah, feud good dagger transmogs. Yeah, you have to go like pretty far back and just get something like straightforward. Which makes me sad, because I usually like to have stuff from like whatever the current raid is, right? Like the aesthetics. Or not even the raid, but like the questing zone or whatever. Because I guess Undermine we didn't have like goblin tier sets, but we had so much good goblin mog. Ooh, a blue I don't have. That's fun. I'm sure they don't look very good, but yeah, that's okay. There's still other things to get from this dungeon. You know, the other day I got 2 blacksmithing recipes that I didn't already have. They weren't the recipes I wanted, but they were new.
I am out of range.
Excuse me. Alright, going to the end. I have also been doing Razorfen Downs a little bit. So maybe we'll do that afterwards, just to, again, like, change it up and I guess basically increase our chances. Because I think somebody in chat was saying the mobs in Razorfen Crawl don't have as many chances to drop the recipe. I'm looking forward to being able to mog daggers other than one hands. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. It almost feels wrong. I've like gotten used to no, my Sin Rogue can only use daggers, only. But some of the swords would be really nice to use instead. I guess maybe axes if you were like a troll rogue. Could be cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that situational transmog power. It kind of seems like too much. And unless they've changed it, there isn't an option for like fishing. So some of the most obvious things I would have thought of won't work. Oh, yeah. I have a chopper in my rogue daggers. So, here, let me just get to the instance because I get lost. Yeah, so the situational transmog, there's like in dungeons, in raids, in PvP, in rested, while swimming. Yeah, exactly. But they didn't do professions, which I kind of get because we have like the profession equipment that automatically shows up, but it's pretty sparse and you don't actually get to pick it, so it's not that great. I know lots of people who turn it off. So I'm like, well, no, I want to make my own like lumber farming mog and fishing mog and I don't know, cooking mog, but you didn't give me those options. When you say chopper for the rogue daggers, you mean like the what am I saying here? Oh, I didn't have those either. Like the saw blades? Neurosurgeon's tool looks like an axe thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a dagger though? Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. It's gruesome. It's not very often that we get blood-stained stuff anymore. Where's that from? Do you know? Somewhere old, I guess. Before I learned how to turn the profession equipment off, I macroed a cancel aura for it. King of the macros. I know for a while it wasn't working either when people were turning it off. And I still have that bug where when I log in, it's sometimes turned on regardless of what I've been doing. Yeah. I think I would make a mog for my professions. For some of them. Maybe they'll add it. There's no way I'm the only person who was like, wait, no fishing? It's a quest from the Barrens. Okay. That makes sense. It looks like it would come from the Barrens. Ooh, a chest. Do you have a recipe for me, chest? You do not. That's too bad. Have I gone the wrong way? No. It's a bit odd that you can use profession equipment for mogging in itself. Can you? Oh, can't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because some of those items are really cool. Like the backpacks, there's so many of them. You'd think we could just use them.
Too far away.
Like, I don't know, I have a transmog saved for when I do archaeology. If I'm gonna like grind that out for a while, gotta be dressed for it. At this point, I should probably find a farming the silk purple shirt mog. We've been doing this for so long. Hello, Miss Cenobite. New Twitch drop on the 20th. Yeah, it's a plushie. It's a Murloc plushie for your house. I mog my rogue like a crazy butcher. Yeah, I mean, you must with that weapon. It's a good look. Hey, Kelcool, how's it going? Yeah, the plushies are so good. They're outrageously cute. Apparently, the Murloc one comes in a whole bunch of colors, too, so... If we're starting with green, I think we get a bunch of other ones. We're just still after the silk purple shirt recipe. Patiently waiting for, yeah, Twitch drops, pre-patch, all kinds of good stuff on Tuesday. I guess we don't know yet how long the servers are going to be down, but I assume all day. Feels like an all-day situation. Today must be the day it finally drops. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, either way, as soon as there's different content to do, we'll probably stop for a while. And we're bouncing around between different instances now. I'm getting a little tired of this. What do you guys think the split is between people who pre-purchased Midnight and didn't, but will buy it as soon as like pre-patch or the actual thing comes out? Like, I kind of assumed everybody who wanted housing would just like pre-purchase, who wanted housing at all, like even a little bit, thought it was a cool system to interact with, would have just pre-purchased. But I bet that's not true. Yeah. Understandable. Make something you think is fun here and there. Yeah. 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 I'm just wondering, like, are the housing servers, like the instances, gonna get all weird and laggy because there's more people making their house for the first time? I guess probably not for pre-patch, because that's still kind of pre-purchasing. But yeah, I wonder how many people will wait till it's like live. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff in my bags. All right. Because I understand not wanting to pre-purchase any old game. Right, like if it's a game you've never played before, if it's a brand new game, I understand why pre-purchase is kind of yucky. But like, we've all been playing WoW forever. We know what the deal is. You're not like... It doesn't feel like you're pre-purchasing it. I don't know. So we'll see. I guess, you know, the housing instances will be laggy anyways because people are trying endeavors. I've given up working on my house until after full release. Man, yes, like, I think my horde house I'm just, like, done anyways until we get more stuff. But I spent all that time, not all that time, I spent a bunch of time making my Alliance house cute because I thought we weren't getting the elven exteriors until March. But we get them on Tuesday. So I'm probably going to use the Night Elf exterior because the Alliance character I play the most is a Night Elf. I'm like, well, why did I fight with the human house? Why did I bother? It looks good, but like I'm not going to keep it. It's only been like that for a week. I did not see that coming at all. I think we're going to get enough, well, I was going to say, I think we're going to get enough stuff from Endeavors that you'll have more to work with, like a meaningful amount to work with, except all the stuff from Endeavors is kind of small. Actually, I was going to pull that up, wasn't I? One sec. So I was looking at the Endeavor rewards that Wowhead has. So I think somewhere they said there's only going to be 6 of the themes for the beginning of Midnight. So that's why these ones don't have anything, like Sporger, Deeper Home, whatever. But presumably we get the Grummels. And these ones are cute. They're all like coffee themed. Actually, the sleeping bag is adorable, but most of it's like little coffee items. So like mugs, roasted coffee beans. Like these are really cute kitchen stuff. For some reason, the Ledgerman Lounge signboard. Not gonna ask questions. There's like a little coffee grinder. Like kitchens are gonna go wild after this. There's like a full espresso machine. Yeah, no Blood Elf ones until full release. Yeah. And then some of these I think are also just going to be later because there aren't any item files for them yet. So yeah, this stuff, the Blood Elf stuff, won't come till March. And honestly, I'm fine with that. I don't like these ones all that much. There's a bunch of like wine theme. There's a Drakthir one. So we've got some flags, a little fork, roasted ram leg, a lectern, that's kind of cool. There's a glowy blue crystal. Scales. But yeah, it's all very like little stuff. It's not all little stuff, but it's kind of nice like detail stuff for the most part. These are pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Mechagon. This wire is cool. It has like a neat animation that kind of like pulses across. Blueprints are fun. I mean, I don't like go hard for the gnomish stuff, but again, just like cute little details. I think a few of them have like fun animations. Like, yeah, like I think this drive belt actually rotates or something. Consortium, so there's a Koreshi one. But yeah, scales. Book. These are kind of weird. These look unfinished. Or I bet there's like a glow effect that isn't coming through in the preview image. Incense burner, that's cute. A hookah. Sure, why not? I want Forsaken stuff. Yeah, I mean, we'll get it eventually, I guess. Oh, and okay, so they haven't filled out the Niffin ones, but the Niffin stuff is on the PTR, so maybe we'll get more than I thought. I don't know, but yeah, like lots of cute little details potentially. Yeah. I heard something the other day that they plan on supporting basements by default. I wish I had an official source for that. Oh, I think that was in the that article that came out. I can't remember what publication it was. That was kind of weird. There's a lot of like yeah, we're thinking about it comments, but if I remember correctly, basements were mentioned as a like we're working on it, not a we're thinking about it, which is cool. I didn't expect that at all. I kind of just assumed that we weren't going to get them for some reason. There's a lot of stuff in that article that I wasn't expecting, like co-decorating. It's surprising that they would go for that this early. I could see like import strings for builds. Maybe that's harder though, because the rooms are pretty complicated. That string would be miles long. But yeah, curious how it all evolves. And as much as I'm enjoying like playing with housing for myself, I don't know how much I'd want to like go help other people build, or not, shouldn't say that. I'm happy to like help other people build their stuff. I'm not sure I would want to like be given the reins by somebody. Just like, here's the keys to my house, go build me a living room. You're like, that's a lot of pressure. Are we sure? I'm not against co-decorating, but I feel like that's really niche. Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like I'm against it. I just like surprised that the way they were talking about it, it sounded like it was coming right away. Because yeah, it's like, sure, some people want that, but is that like the top of the roadmap, really? I don't know if it is. You know, the article was obviously just like them talking about different things. There was no commitments made or anything. Every time there's a pattern, I like have to catch my breath for a second. Like, is that it? Nope. This boss takes quite a long time to show up. I don't even know if it's worth waiting for her. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's probably lots of people who are like in a guild, and there's like the one person in the guild who's really, really good at housing and decorating, and that person is like constantly being asked to help with other things or something. I guess if you had like your guild decorator, I could see it. We need more window and vegetation variety, taller rooms, circular or modular stairs. Yeah, there is a bunch of stuff. More windows would be huge. I've started to realize that I just avoid using windows at all, because I don't really like the... It's not that I don't like the custom ones, they're just... They feel like more effort than they're worth. Like I don't love the way they look at the end, and they're way harder to do. I do make the custom windows sometimes, but I would prefer to just use the default one, and there's not very many good options. Parity between the windows, transparency with flipped, yeah. Yeah, At least they've normalized some of the decor costs. Like a bunch of stuff just got cheaper. What else? I think as a result of that, some of the like fences that were really expensive now cost the same as the other fences, which is very nice. I don't know when the outdoor decor limit will go up next, but we're just going to get a lot of budget back from the price changes they made. I assume for Tuesday. Which would be good. Maybe I'll put my Plague Moonwell back out. I don't know if I'll get 40 points back, but we'll see. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah. Yeah, more staircases would be great. More of the, like, the walls that you just put places. Like, making those dyeable or giving us more options. Because I use those a lot. I really like them, but I'm getting kind of tired of, like, the 3 options we have. I don't think that they're going to budge much on cost. Need to get 250 lumber of a specific type in order to gather it while mounted. Oh, but they're doing that retroactively now. And yeah, the way I phrased that was probably confusing. They didn't change the lumber cost, but they changed like the budget cost. So like the beams used to be worth like 3 budget and now they're 1. Stuff like that. But yeah, I think from what I understand, they made the 250 lumber of a specific type achievement retroactive. So if you've already been farming lumber, you don't have to start from 0, which is huge. Also curious like which ones I've been avoiding and which ones I get automatically. Curious if they'll fix the Warlords of Draenor lumber in time for Tuesday. Haven't heard anything about that. Such a funny one. 250 is more than a tad much. By the time I've collected 250 of a specific expansion, I'm probably done needing it. It is high. Yeah. But I don't really know how many I've collected. So I don't know what I would suggest instead. Maybe 100 would be more reasonable. I think the price of NPC decorations should drop significantly after the first purchase. Ooh, interesting. Those Dornogal books are so expensive. True. Oh yeah, when I read that, I thought you just meant gold, but if you could like a discount on resonance crystals, that would be huge. Yeah. So annoying. Ooh, we got. I probably had that. Yeah, I have that. Okay. Yeah. Taller rooms. Oh, you want like the base rooms to be taller rather than having to use the stairwell room, the empty stairwell room, I guess. Yeah, that would be nice. Good evening, Jack. How's it going? We're just farming our silk purple shirt recipe, as we do, and will probably continue to do until pre-patch. Or if it drops. I would prefer if it dropped. That'd be quite nice. Yeah. I want wallpaper or dyeable walls. That would be good. I want more lighting, honestly. But I guess that item that we're gonna get will kind of alleviate the lighting problem to some degree. I want rooms that are fit for grandeur theme, not just cozy. Yeah, because I guess if you use the large one, we'll do one more of these. It's still quite low, and then you can't really put. I mean, you can put 2 of the stairwell rooms side by side, but you still have to, there's still a doorway, even if you use the wide doorway. You want a pet wandering around. So I think, Jack, that they said battle pets and mounts will be able to be displayed soon. Like, maybe with the launch of the expansion soon, which would be cool, but not hunter pets. Apparently something about hunter pets is harder. Are you guys gonna want your alts walking around? I'm kind of torn on that. I probably would check it out. It would be nice to have like the space field lived in. But it's also kind of weird. My Bruto won't fit in my house. Yeah, I wonder if mounts are like outdoor only or something. Probably not, because people would build like stables in those outdoor rooms. Oh man, my Plague Wagon broke again. So every time I log in, the wheels and the pieces that I've used to make like the side skirts or bumpers are rotated just in new random directions. It's very annoying. So I haven't fixed it yet because I'm gonna have to rebuild the whole thing eventually in an outdoor room. Yeah. I'd have a pretty hard time picking which mounts I'd want on display. Although I really like, not the Gloom, I mean I do like the Gloom Chargers, but there's something else.
None may steal the secrets of the Matrix.
I don't know what it's called. Alts would be the best though, to walk in and see them cooking or other chores would be amazing. Yeah, I've heard some people say they find it creepy because like they are their alts, so it's kind of like watching like, I don't know, autonomous yous walking around. And I'm not sure that I feel that way. I think I'm in favor of it. I think it would be nice. I don't know about alts. Any NPCs that we can use to populate would have come with some options, like locking them in a certain area or something. Yeah. And then you're like, well, did my transmog update? Ooh, if my alt has like situational transmog for being at home, are they always wearing that when they appear in my house? Like, how smart is this? What I would like my alts for, not that I use this feature very often though, is follower dungeons. So instead of having Captain Garrick show up, I want like my warrior or something. I say like I use follower dungeons. I've used them a little bit for like farming the rings for the mount and Dragonflight, but I guess even for things like Dastardly Duos where we had Captain Garrick, it would be nicer to, yeah, pick a tank that is you, kind of. You know, I never tested what Valera was like in Delves on the beta. I know Reddit was complaining that she like sighs a lot or something. That doesn't sound so bad. Do do do. I feel like at this point, the recipe is gonna drop and I'm not gonna notice. Like, I'm just gonna see it in my bags later. What are you looking for in here? Oh, so the last no, it's not the last tailoring achievement I need, but one of the last tailoring achievements I need is this ton of tops. You have to make all of these shirts. And so I need the rich purple shirt, silk shirt recipe. And there's like a handful of old dungeons that it drops from, including Uldaman. I don't know why this one's really got its teeth into me, but we've been working on it for a while. Kind of on and off with other things. If they're free-range roaming NPCs, then I'll probably opt out. It would feel invasive at the very least, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You want to, so Himeros, you want to be able to like place them in specific scenarios within your house? Like your druid is always napping in the backyard or whatever? Whatever druids do. Yeah, I wonder. I think somebody was wondering if like the battle pets, you would have to place a pet bed and then the battle pets can hang out on that pet bed, like something like that, where they're kind of, there's like a logic to confine them to a certain thing. I think it'll be like garrison NPCs but with outrageous transmogs. Yeah. I wonder. I got fed up of my gnomes. I could always put them in the fridge. Oh no. Actually, that might be the reason I wouldn't want my NPCs free roaming. Because if I built everything on my undead and then my, like a goblin was just like walking around and everything was too big for them, I think that might drive me crazy. They like sit on a couch and it just like clips right through them. Because like none of the furniture would be sized properly. Ooh, yeah. No recipe. Hearth and empty her bags. Alright. I think I have like one more razor fen in me. And then I gotta go make some dinner. Alright, we're gonna clean this up in a more meaningful way later. We'll just do like a quick pass. These recipes are not selling. I've been trying. Okay, that's good enough. Where's your cat? He's always there. You know, I was thinking about that when I was coming in here. He is always behind me. And he's not right now because the fireplace is on. I have like a gas fireplace and it's pretty chilly. It's been snowing a lot the last day or so. And he's just like spread with his tummy up, baking next to it. Or at least that's where he was when I started. Yeah. Just getting his toe beans all roasty. And then there's a little chair or kind of like mini couch somewhere. It's like a hybrid next to it that the other cat is almost certainly lounged out on. But I'm surprised neither of them have come to visit. I think it's just chilly by the window. Yesterday he wasn't there at all either. He was in a different room. Do do do. And there's a chest I can open like that. Nope. Recipe. Oh. One recipe. Nope. I mean, the silk from this dungeon will be reasonable gold, I think. I need to trim my bangs. Getting too long. Alright, is there a chest over here anywhere? Miss Cenobite, was it you that was telling me which mobs have a chance to drop the recipe? Like, is it all of them? Or is it just more of them in this instance? Or maybe I've misremembered entirely. All mobs in both Ul'dah and RFK. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what I was reflecting on. I'm like, I like the efficiency of Razorfen Downs and just opening the chest, but that is only like four potential chances per run, whereas I guess this is a lot more. This one's not so bad. I don't mind this as much as Uldaman. It's got the nice gloomy energy that I like. A friend got it from the next boss. Oh, the one that I just killed, I assume. Always nice to catch a bit of your stream, but it's bedtime here. Alright, have a great night, Jack. Thanks for stopping by. We're almost done anyway. Yeah, the abomination looking dude. Maybe next time. Yeah, I've heard of people getting it from like the scorpions in Uldaman, like could be anything. One day.
Too far away.
It's a silly amount of work for 5 achievement points, I tell you. Oh, there's a chest in here. A little bit yesterday, I was camping the Dune Dominance rares in Zereth Mortis. I think I stood around for an hour waiting for one of them and just left. The last 2 times I've caught those rares, it hasn't been the one that drops the mount, which is also really annoying. Probably a Shadowlands remix for that one. Don't think we'll be getting it anytime soon. Which mount? Iska's Maw Rat Leash. So it's a giant maw rat, and it drops. You know, in like the northern part of Zereth Mortis, there's that circle of sand, and there's 3 rares that can drop, or sorry, that can spawn in that spot, and they all have a terrible respawn rate, but one of them has a mount. You never find any. Yeah. Which color maw rat is it? Let me check. Oh, I'm in combat. Greenish? I mean, oh, it's almost exactly the same color as this one. That's annoying. The black one's probably my favorite. I don't have that one. Yeah, it's unpleasant. All right, we'll do 1 run through the chests in the other instance and then call it. I think that I have all the others. I think the other ones are pretty, like, are all reasonable to get. I won't say easy, that's not what I meant, but yeah, Jailer's Gauntlet Layer 4. Flawless Master layer 16. So those are both from Torghast. Oh, layer 13 or higher. And then Mossworn Supply Chest. I don't really remember how that worked, but yeah, I mean, the first three are all just from doing Torghast, so I feel that anyone who played in Shadowlands probably has those just by doing the content. I don't even really like them. They're weird size. The red one is the best, yeah. I heard you have to keep killing the other rares for them to appear. Yeah, people say that, but it doesn't seem to work. I don't know, like, I think people are just kind of like grasping at straws because the spawn rate is so bad. They will like want something to hope for. But I've been out there and killed rares for like 2 hours straight and nothing has spawned. I don't know what triggers it. It's a shame that the hands don't fly. That would be cool if they just like, yeah, that would be quite funny. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like too committed to getting that Maw Rat at this point. I just sort of like I have a character parked there usually, and I just like log in every once in a while to see what's going on in the zone, but it's a pretty bad one. Doo-doo-doo. Oh. No. That was a wand. Not a recipe. Oh dear. I keep thinking that the greens are recipes every time they show up. Wishful thinking. Alright, one chest. Nope. They could all ball up into a fist while airborne. Oh, true. Yeah, that would work too. I was just thinking of like, I mean, you've got like your hand out the window of a car. That kind of flying movement. Nothing. Alright. Well, I guess that's it. Unfortunately. No luck today on anything, but we're working through some pretty miserable drop rates, so that's to be expected. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. I will be back on Sunday. Probably going to be more of this sort of thing, honestly. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming, Miss Cenobite. And then on Tuesday, all the fun begins. There'll be all kinds of stuff to do. It'll be very exciting. Yeah, have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on Sunday, I hope. See you later.